Hello. It's that time again. It's Friday. It's Friday tea time. That's a terrible intro. I have to work on that. I could workshop my intros and outros. One day. One day it'll be smooth sailing. Hello, Get to Know Nature, our craft, They Might Be Scientists, and Angela's Folly. Already in chat. Hanging out with me, editing emotes to put pumpkins on them. It's the week before Halloween. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna get this username. It's a lot of letters, but I think I can parse it. Strixa Sky Chaser. Pretty sure that's how that parses. Excellent. I'm being confirmed. Regular chat viewers know that I try hard to get your usernames right, but that I'm dyslexic, so all of those words squished together with no spaces means that I have to take a minute to parse. Hello, Anna overseas. Where did the fall go? I live in California. We don't have fall. We have hot weather and then fire and then some rain is our seasons. That's what we got. All the leaves fall sometime around New Year's. I see we're all okay. It's quite well. I tell you what, we'll start. There's a plan, but I'll start with what brush do I even have? I don't know. It's a gouache brush. It's fine. It's quail. What does it say about all of us that I don't need a reference anymore to just draw a quail? This little foot's tucked up. That's how we'll do it. Yep. Quail. Yeah, look, you know, it's like a lady California quail is what we'll go with. Oh, I look away from the chat for a minute and now we're talking about camels. What happens? Strix's Sky Chaser says, your leaves fall. Yeah, they all fall. I've got a maple tree in front of my house and they all fall at once. One day there's a tree covered in leaves and the next, my sidewalk is covered in leaves. Everyone's still shouting quail, clever ghoul, quail, a quality quail. Nice. Good puns. Puns are always welcome here in chat. Hanako, my moderator, asking the important question, which is, why did my cat eat a leaf and then throw it up on my desk? No idea. It was an old piece of the foliage of celery that had fallen on the floor, and it was consumed by my cat. Don't know why. Right, so I've drawn a quail. I've drawn a quail with a paintbrush for some reason. Just gonna firm up my choices a little bit here since I've got a paintbrush. Nope, I regret all of it. I regret all of those choices. I'm undoing them. So here's the plan for today. Besides quail, I'm gonna take a bunch of breaks to just doodle things for everybody. But the main plan is to work on, just make a new layer. The main plan is to work on the thing that I'm gonna mail my patrons, my $10 patrons who get prints in the mail. I know, I like surprises. I was going to keep it a surprise, but then I didn't have any time to work on it. So now I'm afraid we're just going to have to use this time to work on that instead. Because that's how it is. And I'm going to pretend that watching me make it will be fun for everyone. Maybe it's even true. I'm assuming that that it will be fine. We will do something next Friday for Halloween as well. I haven't fully decided what, but I have some ideas. That's going to be a little bit more like a sketch request stream, a little bit more participatory, but there will be a theme. So, Anna Overseas says, that's why I'm here, to watch you make things. That is indeed the theme of the whole channel. Unless you come for the occasional Bloodborne streams, in which case you're there to watch me die and curse. But that's neither here nor there. So, I'm gonna... some red. Red is a good color. We'll sketch with red. So, I already have a plan. And I'm gonna thumbnail the plan for you. Because it's a great plan. It's gonna start with everyone's favorite thing in the world for Halloween. Nice jack-o'-lantern. What kind of jack-o'-lantern faces? I mean, it should have a pointy mouth first, so maybe just another triangle of a nose, do you think? Triangle noses are classic. And then make it a little bit extra pointy. Then I'm trying to bring a lot of our group themes into this adventure. Then we've got up here. Let's see if I can. Up here we've got a raven. Gotta get this shape right. I'm gonna need to work on this thumbnail for a hot second, but this is just a doodle, just to get the idea across. Pose is like fully wrong, but we'll pretend that it's fine for a second. Because the body needs to be up here. It's a whole thing. But that's fine. We'll work it out later. But for now, you know, a raven. And then this bit is fully for Shep, y'all. Just in case you were wondering what was going on here. We're yeah, a crow eating it's a crow eating the innards of the pumpkin. It's got to be as far as it's got to be the innards of the pumpkin. It can't just be candy. It's got to be that one extra level of disturbing. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Get to know nature. Getting those entrails in there. Yeah, someone didn't clean their jack-o'-lantern properly, is what's happened. Everyone who's worried that Shep is not here because they don't have enough internet to watch, don't worry. I already told them. They already knew the plan. Because I'm bad at keeping secrets that I'm excited about. If I come up with an idea I think is clever, I have to tell someone. So that's the basic idea. Just, no, I forgot. We don't hold shift anymore in Photoshop. Possibly I made that too small. Let's that's better. No, all the wrong buttons. The crop and the move keyboard shortcuts are right next to each other. Valkyrie says no more shift in Photoshop. It's so good. And I mean, I agree that it's less, it's a more obvious solution. It's just that for like 20 years I've been holding shift in Photoshop and it's very hard for my brain to adjust. Oh, and it says they're just gonna switch it back for a day to mess with us. That would be the worst and best April Fools in the world. Just switching the controls suddenly. So let's try and get ourselves the right. So we want kind of an overhead, like a more of a front view. Yeah. Hello, Michi UK. It has been a while. And hello, Jabberwocky Pie. I did not notice you. Come in to the room. The chat room. So yeah, we need to be reaching down below. Below the height of the crow feet. So I think we need the body to kind of tip up this way a little bit. Possibly this is too much. Too much tipping up. But we shall see. So they're sort of more of a front. Oh. While we're here, saving before anybody asks me about it. Saved. Midget UK, yes, there is going to be Halloween stuff all up until Halloween. I may even do a Bloodborne stream on Halloween, just to get some spooky, scary in there. Although I fear that what you'd watch is me trying to defeat the same boss for another 2 hours, but you know, who knows? But yeah, I like Halloween. So this is part one. As I mentioned earlier, before some of y'all showed up. Some of y'all showed up. Yeah, that's proper. That's proper English. Sure. I don't know. It's Southern English anyway. Next Friday will be more of a sketch request style Halloween thing. There'll be a theme, but it's going to be kind of like Bird D&D, where I ask people to pick things. I haven't exactly decided on what we're going to mix and match and decide on, but it's going to be a fun interactive one. Monday will probably be more of like a pre-planned, I'm working on an illustration. So yeah, I've got spooky fun for the whole week because I like Halloween. And I assume that everyone else does as well. Otherwise you'd have gotten sick of the entrails by now. The family-friendly entrails. I should just put that as my description. The only Twitch art stream with family-friendly entrails. It's true. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that I feel like I need to celebrate somehow, because Angela Spy's got a good black cat icon there. A good black cat emote in chat. I feel like I have to celebrate somehow because I can't really celebrate. You know? Like you can't go to a Halloween party or like dress up with your friends or hand out candy because don't. Don't go door to door during a pandemic. It's just not advisable. You know? Oh yeah, that's it. The US is very pro Halloween. Hello Emerald 0013. We started off with a quail. Put that back there just for the quail shouting folk to come in and shout. We've moved on to a raven eating a pumpkin's eye, but that's similar. Now back from that tangent. Mitchie UK points out that the UK, Australia, the US is very pro Halloween, and many other countries in the world are not. Yeah, I feel like we could do. Mitchie UK says you'd think Halloween would be perfect for the pandemic. All those masks. Like I feel like we could. I feel like if everybody left like a bowl on the porch. You know, and everybody kind of politely kept 6 feet apart and stayed outside and wore masks with their masks, it would be like, it's fine, it's perfect, right? Perfect excuse. But yeah, I don't know. Now I'm just trying to make this pose work. This is probably okay. Kind of like that. I'll assume there's sort of pumpkin in front of it. You know. Oh, Emerald 0013 has some friends that built a loot chute from their second-story balcony to their driveway to send treats down safely, and I think that is charming. That sounds amazing. It have just occurred to me that I've done this backwards. And I see what's weird about it now. It's that I was thinking of this as looking up under the, but we're not. We are in fact looking this way and sort of down. Which means that I have been doing tail feathers wrong. It's fine. We can fix it. We can fix it if I hit the E instead of the wand button. We can fix it. There we go. The loot chute. They might be saying to says that's Willy Wonka stuff. Yeah, it's pretty perfect. Mitch UK, Mitch UK asks, is this a crow, a raven, or a rook? In my original plan, it was a raven. It may become a crow as I move onwards. It will not be a rook, because I'm sticking to the US, I think. And we don't have rooks. Also, because I'll never be able to top the sword dancing rook that I drew already. Oh, Candy Clothesline. Valkyrie thought a rook was a raven. Well, let me correct your misapprehension, my friend. Because if nothing else, we know about birds on this stream. Let's see if I can find my most recent rook reference. It's possible I didn't download it. Yeah, I did. Good. This is a rook. They are a different bird. They are a European bird, not a New World bird. And if you remember, Sword Timber, not that long ago, or a lifetime ago, it depends. We made this especially exciting creature and his very silly outfit. It's so we've had rooks before here on Tea Time. But today, it's a crow or a raven. I don't know. It was originally going to be a raven. It might drift into a crow because I don't know, the pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern size comparison may become a problem. Also, props to Get to Know Nature's Friend and Honeycomb, who's expanding on the idea of the candy clothesline, where you crank a lever and the candy clothesline rotates, and new candy gets attached. Ravens aren't so, ravens aren't so big that they could carry off a cat. I've met ravens. They're a normal sized bird. Let's see if I can find a good raven photo. You know, going back in time to when I used to go places with people. Back in the olden days. I think I'm going back to 2018. I think that's the raven I'm thinking of, I think. There he is. Look at this good boy. We hung out for a while on a fence post. While he dried off. So there you go. There's some raven reference. Ah, yes. Sorry. Auto chat does not allow certain terms. People are being auto moderated for words that are also slurs. So, you know. Sorry about that. But also better to edit that out and put it back than to miss it the first time. So, bird facts. Yeah, let's all learn about birds. It's only fair that a channel who greets each other by shouting quail should have bird facts. I feel like our body is still too small. I don't know. It's definitely a crow now instead of a raven because I went kind of slimmer with the head and neck. And I don't know if I want to change it because I kind of like it that way. It's kind of fun that way, you know? Mm-hmm. Moving that down. No. Move. Yes. Good. Do the thing. Just, you know what? It's all wrong anyway. Figure it out in a minute. Oh, good. Strix's Sky Chaser says, bird facts. If the two colors of eastern screech owl mate, the hatchlings have an equal chance of coming out red or gray phase. Bird facts. Yeah, we remember when the brief thing in Twitter where folk were drawing various animals squidged together as griffins. We did We did a mockingbird armadillo. We did state birds and state mammals squished together. And we did a mockingbird armadillo and a quail bear for California. You know what? Let's dig the mockingbird armadillo up because he was good. We don't talk about the baby quail bear. It's in Patreon though. If you're a patron, you can look back on the horror that was. Let's see how long. Oh, there it is. Let's grab the screenshots, not the enormous. So this is I love him. I love him and he's adorable. That's the mockingbird dillo, which just, I don't know, didn't expect it to be lovable, but for some reason you just want to scoop it up and hug it. It looks like it wants to play fetch with you. Like it looks like it wants to be your friend. It's, you know, he's lovable. Look, just a lovable little creature. That's the wrong window. Now I have to move everything around again. Hang on. There we go. So, you know, lovable. We have the quail bear. Which is fine. Seems fine. Also, Frymaster, perfect timing. Frymaster 127 quail. So this is the quail bear. The history of Friday tea time. Quail bear turned out good, but now the eldritch horror that we don't talk about, because there are eldritch horrors that we do talk about. On this stream. The eldritch horror that we don't talk about. It's perfectly good. It's perfectly good. Oh! The unspeakable horror that is baby quail bear. You know. Oh, interesting. Chat is torn. Chat is torn between folk who think baby quail bear is good and lovable, and people who think baby quail bear is an abomination unto nature. To be fair, They Might Be Scientists has always adored baby quail bear. They were present at its creation and had no concerns. Shanna Serene votes vote baby quail bear, yeah. So, you know, it's a dividing sort of creature. I find it interesting how much more odd it looks than the others. I don't know. I think it has something to do with the chick fluff and the stub wings. Anyway, that's a thing that happened once. Because we like to invent animals on this stream. Let me see if I can find the eldritch horrors. I found one. Where's my other eldritch horror? There's my other eldritch horror. Good little eldritch horrors. I guess it's gonna be one of those days where we go back into the archives and look through the history of horror, family-friendly horror. Oh no, Frymaster127 says it divides chat between people who think it's adorable and people who are wrong. Um, so Eldritch Horrors. We've got Quail Thulu. Excellent Eldritch Horror. Always a fan favorite. Also Quail, to appease the Quail shouters. Here's another Quail Thulu. All hail Quail Thulu. May they rise again. I don't know. I don't know what the. It's fine. Have any been made featuring a... No, we have not. We have not done... I don't think we've done a peacock anything, Angela's Folly. I'm going to put that on a list because that's weird to me that I've never done a peacock anything. And then following Quail Thulu, we have a go... I don't know. I feel like whenever we try and say it or put it in chat, it's a little bit racist sounding. But this is another Eldritch Horror. The goat of the woods or something. I don't. Yeah, but it's really it's more like goat Slipnir. The eight-legged horse. Yeah. Yeah, yes, Valkyrie, yes. Shub, because Lovecraft. Because Lovecraft was a little bit of yeah, a little bit of a racist. And by a little bit, I mean like racist even for like his contemporaries. A lot of a racist, pretty racist. But what's fun is that we've taken all of Lovecraft's work since he died and made it sort of public domain, and we've turned it into something that's been removed from the nastiness that kind of the author's. It's a really interesting example of death of the author, in the sense that we've taken Lovecraft and sort of taken it away from Lovecraft, which is very interesting to me. It's one of the most successful versions of that, where everyone's just kind of like, oh, Lovecraft was a terrible person, but he's dead, and the ideas are really interesting, so we've just stolen them and made them less racist as we went along. For fun. So that's some Halloween horrors for you, of the kind that you might be able to produce later next week when we do our fun participatory streams. Yeah, it is Angela's Vices, but he's dead. It is a lot easier to work through death of the author when the author has died. It's a lot easier to be like, screw him, he's dead, we'll just take the parts we like and use them ourselves. And the Maybe Scientist says, Ruthanna Emrys has done an awesome queer Jewish diaspora-inspired take on the Innsmouth mythos. And yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not just that we've sort of reclaimed the idea and just spun it out into whatever we wanted. It's that we've like really reclaimed it. And like the Innsmouth mythos becomes queer and things like that. It's really... We've taken it back kind of aggressively, as it were. And our craft doing the self-promotion that I never do, points out that if you wanna see the already existing horrors and want coloring book pages of them, because all of the ink drawings that I do go up in my Patreon at full resolution, so you can print them out and color them when you're bored in Zoom meetings, you can be a patron. Yeah, there's a penguin pirate. There's a whole bird D&D world. There's a lot of backstory. I'm sticking to the horror backstory for today because it's Halloween. Emu hippogriff. Yeah, we just do all kinds of fun animal mashup horror. We're that kind of channel. Oh, there's one more. It's not Lovecraft, but it's our craft's fault. So I thought I'd bring it up. There is, in fact, while we were mashing animals together to form randomness, there's a camelosiraptor, which is just fun to say. Just, camelosiraptor. Because one day our craft was like, oh, it should be a camel and a velociraptor. Obviously a feathered velociraptor. Obviously. Because feathers on dinosaurs is canon, as it were. So, No, don't pause chat due to scroll. Stop it. I pushed the scroll button on my Cintiq accidentally. Undo that. Show me the chat things. Thank you. Fixed. Cassowaries. Shonastream brings up cassowaries, which I guess we're just hanging out today, chat. I'm gonna pretend to work, but really I'm just hanging out with you. One of my favorite stream moments ever is the fact that for some reason, whenever I look up cassowaries on the internet really wants to tell me about how they've murdered people. It's the first thing that comes up. I'm like, I want cassowary reference. The internet is like, cassowary kills owner. And I'm like, okay, that's aggressive of you, Google. Is that the first thing we all want to know about cassowaries? And apparently it is. Oh no. They might be scientists as the Taronga Zoo. Cassowaries are kept behind a Jurassic Park style fence. Cassowaries do not appreciate Jurassic Park jokes. But the fence was there, and they had to. It had a high voltage sign near the cassowary and everything. I hope you took a picture. They might be scientists. Strix's Sky Chaser says, they're great dads, but they do murder people. It's true. And Shonastream says, and never forget the Great Emu War. Yes, they might be scientists. DM me that picture. Show me the photo. Arcraft says, sure, but they're from Australia. Everything there murders people. Or tries to. Anyway. Australia, the most dangerous continent in the world for some reason. Australia's like the arms locker of nature. Where is the thing that I'm... No. Apparently I have a reference thing open for harpies. Oh, I remember why. I remember why that happened. Good. Good. Okay. I've just realized, I'm just going to have to make this bigger. I've just realized that this is going to be a vertical, not a horizontal print, and yet I made a horizontal canvas. That's fine. I'm going to start drawing again. I promise. I don't know. Chat, you're very distracting today. So actually, I kind of... see, here's another thing. I kind of want the... I want it to kind of be trailing out. You know? Like I want it to have a feel of being pulled out. Like that. Michike says, in fairness, you're not hard to distract. That's true. It's just, I don't know, it's one of those days. Like, I'll work on something, but then everyone's talking about birds, and it's Halloween, and there's Quail Thulu. There's Quail Thulu, and they might be scientists telling me they got to snuggle baby Tasmanian devils, which just... How am I supposed to ignore that? How am I supposed to not comment on that, chat? Putting baby Tasmanian devils into doggy jumpers and calling them Trevors, as they might be. See, just it's too much to ignore. Apparently, my pumpkin's gotten more vertical. But I don't know. Let's. Also, it seems to have turned this way. That makes sense. We'll turn it. Turn it away from the camera, kind of. So that we can have more pull. More pull of the innards, as it were. Oh, they're making refuge populations of the Tasmanian devils. Conservation. Yeah. Yep, there. Oh, the Robertson scientist says apparently Chris Hemsworth helped out there once. Of course. Mitch UK brings up a good point, which is it would be funny if the pumpkin expression was more arg, there's a crow eating my eye. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I take your point. Probably a good idea to see if we can get the joke to be a little bit funnier. Let's see. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna clip just this bit out. Put it on its own layer. Yep, so that needs to stay where it is. But this we can alter as we see fit. Yeah, exactly. It would be Michi says it would be more horrific too. Yeah, it's I don't know why I didn't think of it. It's clearly the better choice. So what about sad crescent eyes? Still a triangle nose because that's tradition. Something like that. Is that or alternately, I'm just gonna cut that out, put that there for later. Let's see, triangle. We could do like that one's squinting. And then we need screaming pumpkin. It looks so sad, says Anna overseas. I mean, it is sad. Too much? It might be, this one might be too much. Oh, I don't know, this one looks pretty sad. Screaming Pumpkins should have been the band name. Yes! This one's slightly funnier. But this one's more of a jack-o'-lantern. Decisions. So many decisions. Ooh, those are, yep, that's a thought. Wrong layer. We'll just add as many layers as we need to for this adventure. Why not? Yeah, okay. I feel like Mitchie UK. That was a good suggestion. I feel like this is the best. It's like jack-o'-lantern enough, and it's got the funny sort of like side eye, and it still looks disturbed, but it's not like cartoonishly like gasping. I feel like this is my favorite. What do you think, chat? Do you agree with me? Chat. It's perfect, says Anna overseas. Chat agrees. Chat agrees that I am correct. That this is the best. Good. We've agreed. We have a pumpkin. A good Halloween pumpkin. Oh, that's our... I'm gonna need to Google reference of like pumpkin innards, or go buy a pumpkin and like cut it open. Well, the groceries is for a jack-o'-lantern or a pie. Neither. It's for a very a very specific cause. It's hard to explain, really. Oh, it's too much like a tear. Or is it too much like, I'll leave it for now. It's a lot like a tear. But I don't know if too much is the correct phrase for that. Just, you know, some pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin innards are very messy and icky, and they make delicious pie. Oh, this is a good fun fact. This is a good, we're having a good chat day, aren't we? We're just hanging out, talking to each other. Frymaster127 says, fun fact, in Scotland, we'd carve turnips because pumpkins aren't really a thing. So let's all go to carved turnips. Halloween. Turnip jack-o'-lantern, that, oh. Oh. Oh God. Scotland. What have you done? So some of them are fine. Some of them are fine and charming, like this. Fine and charming. You know, normal. Oh, don't worry, they might be scientists. You're gonna find out why I said that. Because the first thing that comes up is this. And it comes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 of the first 10 images. Yeah, that's right. Now you know why I said, oh God. No, that the one that I just showed you was yeah, no, the other one was fine. That one was awful. It's awful and horrible, and I can never unsee it now. And Michiki says Justin Gerard has been working on a piece called The Scorpion Battle. Scorpions are pumpkins crossed with scorpions in the battle as pumpkin seeds flying in lieu of innards to keep it PG. Yeah, it's perfect, right? It's a crow eating an eyeball, but like it's not. It's a perfectly friendly family image with innards and everything. I found a way to incorporate entrails for Halloween. So, now that we've all seen the turnip horror, Shona Serene says it's kind of like oily angel hair pasta but with seed inclusions. Yeah, that's a pretty good description of pumpkin innards. Pumpkin seeds are delicious. We used to roast them when we carved pumpkin. We'd take all the pumpkin seeds that we could clean and then spread them on a tray and roast them in the oven. We did not carve turnips. And now I never will. Because those images existed. I need a good pumpkin stem for the top of my jack-o'-lantern here. Oh, What, you could make a clay version for extra curses? And oh, I could make a horrible turnip jack-o'-lantern clay mummy head. Oh no. Then I could mail it to Shep. Oh, now I'm just being mean. Just being unnecessarily cruel. What layer am I on right now? The wrong one. No wonder. That's the layer I want. It's true. See, that's the trick. Michike says Shep would love it. That's the trick. Like, it's friendship trolling. It's not real trolling. Oh, that reminds me, I still have to make the judgmental frog. I have to sculpt the judgmental frog. It's a loving, aggressive friendship that we have. Oh, Angela's Folly is still on the turnip. Yes, it has to. Bonus points if the clay version of the mummified turnip head is hollowed out for a votive candle. Yes, of course. Of course you put a candle inside it. Did the pumpkin teapot turn out okay? Yes, Mitchie UK, it did. I'm going to put photos up on the Patreon as soon as I finish burning it. It's basically done, but a part of me wants Crowfoot up on. Now the animator in me is going to come out. I'm going to grab the blue pencil and draw over it. A part of me kind of wants one of the feet to be up here. Which I think means putting a little bit more of the back of the crow visible. Tilting this up like that. Nope. Down like this. And then making sure that the stem is big enough to make that work. Let's see. No, makes it look unbalanced. Makes it look like he's gonna tip over sideways. Photo of cassowary eggs. Well, let's share that with the class. What? What? That feels like it's not real. That just, I don't know. I love it. It feels like it can't possibly be real. I love them. Now I want a cassowary egg. I don't know how to get a cassowary egg. I feel like it's probably a thing I can't have, but I want it anyway. What are they? Are they sitting in? I don't know what they're sitting in. Yeah, it does. It looks like suet. Doll. Baby Tasmanian devils in towels. I'm looking now. I've just gotten distracted because I'm on Twitter and now I can see the photos I've been gifted. There we go. Ah, I've been given permission to share. To share some good photos. So let's for sure let's cassowary the Jurassic Park cassowary adventure. Just because that's the joke needed to be finalized, I feel. Just a little power, a little hand with little lightning bolts. So good. So good. That one just needed. I'm keeping the baby Tasmanian devils for myself, sorry. Those are just for me. Right. What was I doing? I was working on this. I got super distracted by the fact that cassowary eggs are lime green. Ah, yes. VGUK reminding me of what I was doing. It's just gonna be that kind of week, I think. That kind of it's a tangent sort of. Sort of week. I don't. This feels bad. Feels bad and wrong. But on the stem feels weirder. Possibly. What layer is anything on anymore? Did I label any of them? No. Possibly. Have a good puppy walk in overseas. It's important to keep puppies walked. Both feet on the stem, our craft I think is going to look like he's like sort of balancing on too small a point. Like he's too large to perch wholly on the stem. I'm gonna do some experimenting. No. No, that doesn't help. I'll just put those back together. What if? Up there? down just a little bit. Then then maybe now that that is up there, makes more sense. To have it up on the stem. Up on the stem, we'll find out. We'll find out by just redrawing all of it, is what we'll do. That way, I can see what it looks like for reals. If I flip the stem, Michuke, it will look like it is stabbing him in his belly. And that's not ideal. But we can shorten it a little bit, maybe? No, that's okay. I think it's okay as it is for the moment, I think. We shall see. I'm actually going to leave that one layer. I'm not going to sketch over it, because who cares, really? Just going to sketch over the pumpkin and the bird. A weird thing about Australia is that they might be scientists. They eat pumpkin exclusively as a savory item. They put it on salad or you will get roast wedges in the side of a dish, but they never cook it in pastry. No pumpkin pie? That's sad. Pumpkin pie is delicious. Top cut off there. Now, let's, oops. I just... I don't know. Still not feeling it really. Oh no, trying to make pumpkin pie in Australia. No one knows how. I'm just gonna sit and debate this for a minute. Just not sure. Just not sure how I feel about it. I don't think I like it. I think I liked it better this way. Just have to shorten that stem a little bit. It is 4:43. I'm gonna take a quick break because I'm out of tea and I can feel my throat starting to go scratchy. And no one wants that. I don't have any instructions for you while I'm gone. I don't know. Share pumpkin pie recipes, I guess. And figure out how I can get a cassowary egg. Those are your tasks for the next 3 to 4 minutes while my water boils. Although I don't think you need tasks, I think you're pretty set on talking about Australia. A place that really exists. Why are we? No. OBS. Do not install and relaunch. Why would you decide such a thing? In the middle of this. Right, we'll just put the break time. Break time up. We'll peek our little thumbnail at the top there. Oops, did I? No, everything is fine. Good. I'll be back in a few minutes. I hope that you have fun while I'm gone. See you shortly. All right, I'm back. Thanks for waiting through break time. Had to make myself some more tea, or my throat would get dry enough we'd have to go back to the darkest timeline of Stardew Valley and me making scratchy voices for all of the characters. We could do that on Halloween, maybe. Although, I don't know, Bloodborne is just obvious horror. It was pretty fun to turn Stardew Valley into Lovecraftian horror. Easier than you'd think, too, given there's like a whole cult with a weird temple in the back of the store and everything. So now I've got more tea. And I'm back. I'm back and I'm just gonna, oh, you're in the middle. Good, good. Quail's in the middle. You can be in the middle now too, because I need to recrop this adventure. To the right size. 8. Come on, 8. Close. How big are you now, Canvas? Good. Yes, that's fine. Because oops. Actually, yeah, because we want it to fit. Am I quieter? I shouldn't be quieter. I didn't touch anything. I didn't break anything. I don't think. Audio, everybody? Chat? Am I mic'd properly? Maybe I'm just talking quieter. You know, Shannon Serena has a strong black Assam today. I have Earl Grey from the New Me Tea Company because it's local. Although my mom sent me a box of tea from my favorite tea house in San Francisco. So, next week, fancy tea. Cool. Sounds fine. Our craft is just cooking too loudly. Good to know. Oh, hot cider for Ange. Ah, I miss hot cider. I could get cider next week and make hot cider. That would be nice. Good. Now, where were we? We'd reestablish scale. Good. So here's a thought. My plan is to finish this sort of in that same style as the POTU, actually. Let me open a better image to show you something that's less of a POTU. Oh, you know, like this. There we go. Painted like that. Painted like my bird series. Because I think that would be the most fun here for a print. But my thought is that possibly what we could do is do a version today that's ink work, like the bird D&D illustrations, and then patrons could get a coloring page and the print patrons could get a special painting. So I think that that's going to be what we're kind of aiming for today, is to tidy this up and then do an ink drawing for patrons. And then we'll do a special secret painted version for my print folk, which I will mail next week, and ideally you'll get for Halloween. Those of you who are out of state, probably not. We'll see. I'm going to try and mail it earlier than Thursday, my usual shipping day. So we'll see. We'll see if it gets there. But I'll put it up. I'll put it up in secret for everybody to see who's getting a print, so that you get to enjoy at least the image before Halloween. Mitchy Kisses, I would like to see you color something one of these streams. Yeah, I don't color things. I stopped painting. We painted some stuff in earlier streams. I did paintings and stuff, but something happened over time. And then I colored the exhaustion stream is a very worrying phrase. When I did the floral and sort of feelings text, I colored those on stream. I think the last thing I painted was probably the black vultures. That was back in February for Valentine's Day. Back in the long ago times. They're Halloween enough. We'll bring them up. We did this nice couple for Valentine's Day. I think this year. I don't know. Time has no meaning anymore. Since the pandemic, I don't know when anything happened. It was the before times, one way or another. The anxiety stream, the exhaustion stream, the anger stream. Yeah, we've done did a bunch of those words. That was a good series. I enjoyed that series. It made me feel better briefly. It's And I think that was the last thing I colored on stream, until the exhaustion, anxiety stuff. Although I did some silly colored. I did a silly colored painting really fast of a quail, because of course I did. I don't remember how many of you were here, but I did that. Oh yeah, of course. Of course, the Cordelia movie poster. We colored that for a while. I'll just open that. Just fully open the file for you. This one. I'm still not finished coloring it. I still need to put the door and the shadows in. And I realized belatedly that I fully forgot the riding crop, so I have to finish that. It's close to finished. That was good times. I really need to finish it and put it up before it's like not... Because it's too late now, like the internet's moved on. We need to put it up before the internet forgets that it was a thing. It's really good though. I'm really pleased with it. In general, overall. The whole weird backstory, just all of it, just so good. Anyway. My favorite selkie is like the subtitle of the whole novel. Yeah, it was fun. Sometimes the internet gives you a gift. You know? A lot of times the internet gives you shit, but sometimes it gives you a gift. I know, family friendly, I used a curse word. Sorry, it's fine. It's fine, you'll all forgive me. You've been on Twitter, you understand. You understand the feelings. So yeah, I colored that. I color occasionally, but I mostly I mostly do ink stuff, and I think I mostly do ink stuff because it means I can finish it faster. Faster and live on stream in like 1 or 2 streams. Yeah, Angela's Valley says you get like 1 of those in a PG movie. Yeah, that's it. I've used my broadcast television number of curse words for the episode. These things happen. Pause while I put on a wrist brace. That's better. So yeah, it's fine. I'm still PG. I think my chat intro used to say G-rated, and then I was like, I don't think I can uphold that. I don't think I can actually. We talk about entrails too much. We'll never manage to stick to that rating system. I mean, you know, their entrails are just a fact of life, but that doesn't mean that everyone wants to hear about them. There's a t-shirt for you. Entrails are just a fact of life. Yes, exactly, Angela's Folly. We're rural. We're rural farm PG. We're family friendly, but that family lives on a farm and butchers their own animals. We're a special kind of family. We're a family that talks like Bob Ross, but draws eldritch horrors combined with quail. GK says Shep is going to be so mad you did entrails and they weren't here. It's true. It's true. They're missing their fondest dream. It won't stop the entrail demands from coming. Our craft expounding on our rural family. And weird cousin Rick has is still in the shed. Oh, it's so true. The fan fiction of our extended parasocial community is getting more involved. Uncle Rick makes his own gin in the shed. He just showed up one day and asked if we wanted gin, and we were like, sure, you can use the back shed. No one questioned it. Ooh, when was the last save? Too long ago, Angela's Folly. Now it's saved. Thank you for reminding me. Good work remembering your job, chat, which is to remind me to save my file and not completely ignore it. You'll be happy to know that as a professional when I'm working, I'm better at saving files, but there's only so many things my brain can do at one time. And reading, talking to you, and drawing are all of the tracks. That's all of them. I'm using every part I have available, and saving just that's the part that gets kind of left to the side. No space for that anymore. Not while we're talking and reading and drawing. Save the file and be entertaining? Asking too much. Saving gets outsourced. Exactly. I've delegated that part of my brain to the collective consciousness of chat. It's no longer my brain's job, it's your job. That's what's happened. It's the agreement that we've come to. And by agreement, I mean I've told you have to do it. It's you agreed, and now here we are. Saving is important. I should, Angela's probably said you should add that to chat rules. I said when you join chat, I should have a pop-up that's like, be nice to everybody. Don't say mean things, don't curse, but keep it family friendly. Remind me to save my files. Those are your jobs. I found a form problem here. Oops, no, come back. I'm gonna have to do a quick. Doing a quick thing here to remind myself of how birds work. Shape. Let's actually leave that dark for a second, because I think it explains. Yes, I've explained my own problem with the sketch. Good work, me. I fixed it. Now I just have to actually fix it. I mean, actually, I think that was okay. There. There might be scientists, says Annie, their cat tried to steal their chair. And that's the thing that cats do. Your chair is better than their cat bed, obviously. Oh no, Shanna Serene taught their kitty to high five for treats. Oh. Oh, kitties. Kitties are the best. No, cat is on roommate's lap, but also the camera's still set up for the pottery station, and I didn't move it. I didn't put it back. Angela Swasza says, anyone made a cat tree out of recycled computer chair seats? That's actually a pretty great idea. Well, yeah, it would need a lot of bracing, but okay. I forget where the wings come in, but I assume here. Good. Oops, quail. Oops, quail. Yes, that actually, that solves many of the issues that I was trying to figure out, frankly. Aha! Much better. Good. Good, good. I'm just gonna label this skeleton. Just so I know. I named it Skeletob. That's fine. Yeah, Angela says that sometimes you just gotta draw a skeleton into the figure. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta remember how things work. Sometimes you get too distracted drawing the details in the exterior, and you do the shape wrong. These things happen. Keyboards and cats. My cat's pretty good about the keyboard. Jack is pretty delicate about stepping around the keyboard. He knows the rules. He's also delicate about, like, he'll stand there and stare at me until I pick up a cup of tea so he can walk past it, because he knows he's knocked it over before and he knows what happens and how frustrated I get. Nobody wants tea on their keyboard after all. Just tweak this a little bit, because I want it to look happy. You know. Cats mooning people at Zoom meetings. I feel like our pets now are truly the stars of our workplaces in a way they could not have been before. I mean, how many, like, we all know that the highlight of the meeting is when someone's cat or dog like climbs into their lap. Like, that's just, it's the highlight of the day. Trying to make a pumpkin stem work here. Oops. Pumpkin stem. I don't know why I'm singing a little pumpkin stem song. The pumpkin stem song. That's better. They might be scientists told their students that if their cat is being silly in the background of their lecture, to consider it a bonus treat. Exactly. Excuse me. It's a special extra. Oh no, they might be scientists back on campus full time in a few weeks. Back to normal life in Australia. I might legally get a haircut that I did not do myself. That would be exciting. I've probably said it on stream before, but I'm not that great at cutting my own hair. I'm good enough to make it look like I probably meant it, but I didn't. I didn't mean it. It wasn't a choice. It was just the only option available to me at the time. It's the right way to put it. These bangs are not a choice. They're just the best I could do. I also really need to go outside more. I've sort of allowed the general anxiety atmosphere of people or zombies who will infect you to to prevent me from doing things like exercising. And that's not great. Also, Cyclops bobblehead dressed in festive outfits is perfect, and you should definitely do that. They might be scientists. And thank you, Cascadia Studio, who says, "Yo, I'm digging this." I'm glad that you are enjoying the first of the Halloween streams. Family-friendly darkness. And yes, also, hi, Cascadia Studio. With the best pun emotes. And Angelus Folly says outside. Ugh. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing about outside. There are people outside. And I don't like it. There are people outside and they're not to be trusted. It's like a zombie video game, you know? You hope no one gets too close to you or notices that you're there. Oh no, Cascadia Studios studio was out of power for a good chunk of the week. Oof. That sounds frustrating. And they're getting ready for the D&D game they DM. Nice. At least the power is back on in time for D&D. Yay for gaming. Yeah, role-playing groups are basically my social outlet at this point. Role-playing groups on Zoom are the way I have friends at this point in the pandemic. I currently have 3 of them. Cascade says we use Roll20.net and Discord. We use Roll20 for some of the groups, but we have had problems with the video and audio on both Roll20 and on Discord. But Zoom seems more stable. Also, if any of you use Roll20.net with Mac, here's your warning. I couldn't figure out why it was so bad and so slow and so broken when I was using it. Turns out Chrome and Roll20 on OS X do not work together. Use any other browser. Do not use Chrome with Roll20 on your Mac. It won't work. It will break everything. Or at least specifically, it hates the dynamic lighting. Hates it so much. It rendered it fully unusable. It would take so long to just move a character or scroll the map. It was a tragedy. So use Firefox. The end. In fairness, I should have known when I realized in the old computer that Chrome was literally breaking my Cintiq. But no. No, I thought the new one would be better. It was wrong. I was incorrect. Yeah, I assume Chrome works fine on PC. In fairness, I think it's more Mac OS X's fault than Google's fault, but who knows really. OS X Catalina is a bad operating system. It's bad. I don't like it. But I have no choice. It's my sad little complaint song. OS X is bad, but it comes with my computer. And Time Machine is so good it almost makes up for it all by itself. Almost. Do we want a gin today? Yeah, we do. Oh, sorry, you mean a gin review, don't you? But yes, please, Arcraft, if you would like. It is always up to you. Don't want you to break the bank or run out of gin. Shiona Serene says, I want my thread to stay in its needle. I mean, we all have dreams. We all have things we want. One day we'll achieve them. Just get a pumpkin seed going there. In our carved pumpkin crescent. It's 2020. If we can't have gin, we'll have gin reviews. Recall Monday we had a fire gin review, and that sounded really interesting. Like a chili burn with gin. Good for mixed drinks. I think we had the water gin before that. Maybe we'll finish the series and do air. I think there was an air. You know, stay in sequence, as it were. Oh, we've had air. I missed air. It was air on Honeycomb stream this Wednesday because I couldn't make it. Oh, we did not do air. We should do air then. Reasonably. Oh no, we could just do air again. Imagine if partway through the review, our craft is like, wait a minute. This is familiar. I feel like I've said these things before. But no, I feel like we should finish if we haven't done air. And I don't think we have. I haven't been present for it that I'm aware of. I feel that we should finish the sequence. Not in a gin mood on Wednesday. Well. Oh, Josim1100 tried an olive leaf gin last night, which was pretty amazing. Going to try it in a dirty martini. That actually sounds really interesting. Olive leaf gin. Well. Arcraft says, I mean, if the bottle isn't sealed, then I'll know. I mean, I don't know. Time has no meaning. 2020 is weird. It's possible that we've all collectively forgotten something that happened. Ah, 4 Pillars olive leaf gin. Excellent. Family friendly, where we talk about gin and have to remind kids to drink responsibly. Ooh. Oh yeah, the They Might Be Scientists went to an experimental gin lab bar in Sydney that had 4 pillars. So the olive leaf gin makes a good dirty martini indeed. Ah, alas, Arcraft cannot get 4 pillars in Germany. I bet I can't get it in the United States either, but I might check. Speaking of educational things we've learned while streaming, a great deal about nature and birds, that cassowaries murder people, and that it's bloody impossible to get any alcohol shipped anywhere in the US for any reason. But it turns out, by letting states just decide what they want to do with their own alcohol laws, their own liquor laws, we've ruined everything. We've also learned that Arcraft can't mail me gin because you can't mail alcohol to individuals. I'd have to become a liquor store, and that's not going to happen. Because Lord knows what licensing is involved there. Not just a liquor store, a liquor import business. So, alas. I can't even convince other people to send it to me. Now we sound like some sort of amazing secret society, though, where They Might Be Scientists is like, if I get to Europe next year, there'll be an in-person exchange. And it involves multiple countries. Like it's very spy novel. There might be scientists at an important convention in Switzerland, gets on the train, secretly meets Arcraft somewhere in Germany to exchange gin. Feels like smuggling, but is perfectly legal somehow. Oh no, that's right, and They Might Be Scientists is allergic to Swiss cheese. I'm assuming other varieties of cheese as well. Or specifically a thing used to make. Yeah, we've had this conversation on stream before. But it makes this spy novel even better. Will they be passed gingerly, says Shanna Serene? Yes. Absolutely they will. The best spy novel. But I don't have a good pun title for it yet. I'll think of something. They might be scientists. If you have a black wool greatcoat, you should definitely wear it for the trip. You should, in fact, be the mysterious person in a long wool greatcoat in 1940s style lines with a briefcase full of gin from a country that doesn't technically exist. Yes! Please, please do that. Please do that. Just for the effect. A globe-spanning adventure of Propionobacter and gin. Propionobacter and juniper? Is that even how you say that word? Propionobacter spp. Propionobacter? Propionobacter. I could just say it a few more different ways, but you get the idea. Propionobacter. Okay, Propionobacter. Propionobacter and juniper is the name of the series. Just for me, in my mind. Anyway, that's what it's called. Oh good, our craft also has a black coat and a black hat. Sit side by side on a park bench with like a sort of like a exact amount of space between you, and then like subtly exchange briefcases. Just, you know. Just to make the actual exchange. Shanna Serene says I was gifted a military wool greatcoat from the Australia, from the AU service. It's in my closet. I should wear it with one of my plague doctor masks next time I go out. Yes, you are correct, Shanna Serene. You should. Chad agrees with me. Chad is saying yes. Yes, absolutely. Somebody will need to video this as Get to Know Nature, I assume, about the spy exchange, but possibly also the plague doctor greatcoat. Both. Either. I've put far too much love into drawing this pumpkin innards trail. The Might Be Scientist says, I mean, I do work for a foreign government, just in the Department of Agriculture. Yeah, it's true. It's a fair point. Cascadia Studio says, just not suspicious pals being pals, exchanging a little gift, you know, officer. Not secret documents or anything. Just friends who exchange briefcases in the park. It's fine. Ooh, a Carmen Sandiego hat, Shanna Serene? Absolutely. Agricultural secrets. Oh no. See, I bet you can ship gin marmalade. I say, as a hint to they might be scientists. You can't? No, you can't? That's too much. You cannot mail jam or honey. Oh no. Australia? Or is that the US's fault? Unclear. Ah, it's a Germany thing, not an Australia thing. Okay. Well then, they might be scientists. I guess you'll have to bring it in the suitcase. The lists of things that I can bring in a suitcase but not mail is long. Says they might be scientists. Yeah, that's the impression I've gotten in my brief research into the what can I have people mail me adventure. When I thought it would be fun to mail the kelp gin to Germany. Only to discover no one mails gin anywhere. It's just not a thing. Oh, good. Our craft can confirm that the air gin is still sealed, so we have not had an air gin review. I vote that is our review for today. Australia's Auspost's view of liquids is pretty much nope, says they might be scientists. To be fair, they do always ask me at the post office if it contains anything liquid, fragile, or potentially hazardous. And I've never mailed anything liquid or potentially hazardous. I've mailed fragile things. But when I asked about it, they were like, oh no, what that means is things that might injure the mail carrier. And I'm like, well, if you break the mug, it's probably okay for you. It'll be very sad for everyone else involved, but... I suspect Josim1100, Josim, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, is that there are, as in the US, there are different rules for businesses shipping things than there are for individuals mailing things. Because I cannot just mail, like, my family a bottle of wine, but I can have a store that sells wine ship wine, potentially. Because rules, I guess, I don't... Meanwhile, Cascadia Studio has jumped to what we were all really wondering about mailing liquids, which is holy water. What if vampire hunters need to ship equipment? What then? They might be scientists as, okay, so first we need a priest who is a real nerd. And or chill enough to go along with it. Angelus Folly says, I wonder how many of those laws are fallout from Prohibition. Angelus Folly, my research indicates all of them. Basically what happened is that when Prohibition ended in the United States, the deal they struck was that states could just make their own rules. That way they weren't saying, you have to have alcohol. They could sort of please sort of temperance movements and let everyone do what they wanted. And since then, states have just done whatever they wanted, which is why all of the rules are different and complicated. Because they're allowed to just make their own liquor laws, which is why, for example, in some states you can buy liquor at the grocery store and some you can't. In some states you can buy it on Sunday and some you can't. Where I grew up in Tennessee, it was county by county. I grew up in a dry county, but like 10 minutes away there was one that was not. Cascadia Studios, I'm pretty sure you can be ordained as a priest online, but I suspect that if you want to have holy water, you may have to be a specifically Catholic priest. I don't know what the rules of holy water are. Ah, yes, and then in Iowa used to have a lot of states prohibit liquor being sold in grocery stores. You have to go to a liquor store, which is weird. A lot of states you have to have like a walled off a section of the grocery store that you can separate and close if you're selling alcohol. I think Florida's like that. I think Florida, it has to be like a separate section and it has to close on Sundays, I think. A liquor cave room. So yeah, there's your fun history answer, is that Prohibition ruined everything. And now all the rules are different in every state. Shanna Serene says Oregon only allows beer, wine, and hard ciders. Yes, that's also common, is that states will prohibit liquor but allow for beer, wine, and cider at the grocery store. Here's another fun fact from Angela's Folly about holy water, which is brilliant. They say, I read discourse once where someone asked a priest if a natural body of water could be blessed as holy water. And the response was, technically, yes, but the first animal to defecate in it would profane it. So it'd be holy water for like a second. And that's a thing I did not know about holy water. Not even a second, unless it was sterile, because fish, invertebrates, and microbes. Yes, that's fair. I was not considering invertebrates and microbes or the sheer volume of fish, but yep, it's a fair point. Would not stick. Marcraft says, be right back. Have to take and tweet a picture because the distillery no longer has a page for it since they ran out of stock. I don't think you can bless machines, Cascadia Studios. I think you have to bless the water. There might be scientists, says, so the trick is to get distilled purified water from a lab and have that blessed. So first you need a very nerdy priest in a genetics lab. Jesus did bless wine. That's fair. You can definitely bless wine. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. But from what little I know about the Catholic Church, I'm pretty sure there are rules. It feels like there would be rules for that. There are a lot of rules. Yes, transubstantiation. But for the most part, Protestant sects do not believe in transubstantiation. They assume it's a metaphor. And Arcraft says Jinn is already blessed by nature. That's why it is called a spirit. Aha! Perfect. Perfect. Perfect reference. Trying to make this mouth look like it was actually carved. A little bit thicker pumpkin down here at the base. Oops. Too big an eraser. No, that doesn't work because that would be a point. It's the little notches that go where it cuts in. Yes, like that. Good. Good, good. Good pumpkin. Now I must make my pumpkin ribbed. But I will take a break to show you Jinn. I know you can all click on the link, but this is more fun, isn't it? Right? It's more fun if I facilitate the adventure. Just, you know, air Jinn. starting to feel like we should be seeking a gin sponsor. Gin distilleries. Tea After Dark, come sponsor us. The botanicals in Air Gin, we just showed you, are juniper, orange blossoms, lavender, mint, and rosemary. That does sound nice. I question the lavender though. I feel like it'll overwhelm the orange blossoms, but maybe I'm thinking of tea and alcohol as a whole different adventure. The microscientist says, yeah, to me, I wonder how much the orange blossom's taste will survive. Rosemary and mint are hella strong. Yeah. Rosemary and mint are very powerful flavors. Happy Halloween for birds. What are we being shown? What? Oh. I love it. From Bird and Moon Science and Nature Cartoons. Copyright Bird and Moon Comics 2017. I'm just gonna put this up because this is unbelievably charming. We're just gonna look at this for a second because I love sharing other artists' work, and because this particular piece is just utterly charming. I too, the microscientist says, I love the Shrike. I too love the Shrike. It's the best. Just a little fight me. And all the pumpkins on spikes. Oh, it's so adorable. So adorable. The different woodpecker patterns in that. Oh, so good. Anyway, just sharing that. If you want to look at more of that, it's birdandmoon.com for more cute comics like that. Yes. Such a good comic. Every once in a while, I forget that my Potu is animated. Every once in a while, I move something out of the way of my own OBS window, and I see him blink or look around, and I'm like, oh, that's right. That's right, I did that. I caused that to happen. Oh, music got dark. I guess that's fair. We are talking about Halloween after all. What did we do? Where we did a strike in Bird D&D. Where did we? Oh, it was there was a battle, right? It was the battle. Where's the yeah? The Shrike Necromancer versus the pigeon cleric. The that time I learned to draw bird skeletons live on stream. You know. Oh yeah, that's right. The Michi UK's first introduction to the madness. One of the early streams. The Shrike Necromancer. So good. But I don't. Did I use a loggerhead? I think I did use a loggerhead Shrike for this. It's got the stripe. But now I forget. I'd have to Google Shrikes again and make sure I'm correct about that. And the order of the pretzel. The order of the good pretzel. So many happy memories. Shrike makes for the obvious best necromancer, of course. Artcraft says so. The gin is pretty great. It does have a sort of breezy, airy feel to it. I've been sort of impressed with how well it seems like they stuck to their themes, how they interpreted the elemental themes in flavor. It sounds like they did a pretty good job of rendering things that have no taste thematically into gin. Oh, music bot. This is one of those tracks where someone mumbles behind me. That's not fun. Just gonna have to go on to a different track. There we go. I refuse to have my music compete with my voice. Sounds a little bit full of myself, but by golly, it's my stream. I'll be the center of attention if I want to. Fun fact, says Arcraft, you can pay them to make your very own custom gin and they will work with you to get it to taste the way you want. I'm sure I can't afford that, but now I want it. That sounds like great fun. I tell you what it makes me want to do. It makes me want to make it one of the tiers of Patreon. Like, oh, studio shelves for 100? Yeah, sure. Next thing is like I think the next goal I have on the Patreon is a pottery wheel so you can actually live stream watch me throw pottery, like a little desktop one. Because that would be fun. You just add the next tier above that is like Just something ludicrous like custom gin. Right? Arcraft says, so if it wasn't utterly impossible to get it to people, we could have a Friday tea time gin made. Yeah, like if there was only a way to spread it around the world properly. To have some sort of international like sales ability or anything remotely like that. I want this gin to taste like I'm fighting my way through a necromancer's dungeon, says Angelus Folly. I was gonna say, I want this gin to taste like eldritch horrors, but lovable. And Cascadia Studio says that throw wheel cam sounds like the best idea I've heard today. So satisfying. Yeah, I feel like everyone would really enjoy watching that. Getting videos of throwing. Throwing is a very sort of satisfying process to watch. It's very relaxing to do, but also sort of pleasantly mesmerizing to watch happen. But Arcraft says yes, throwing. Well, more people are going to have to join the Patreon then. That's the. I don't have a wheel. I have to buy one, which means I have to spend money on it, and I don't have any money. Let's not be silly. I don't have any money. No, it's the I want to say it's the $400 goal I put in. So it's kind of up there. I feel like the cost of a tabletop wheel is in the $200-$300 range, maybe. So maybe I didn't put it that high. I could check my Patreon later. But we still haven't gotten to the shelf level yet. I need like one more patron. And then I can buy shelves. Hang on. I'll just Google it quickly. Yeah, like the Speedball Artista wheel with splash pan is $455. I think it might be a little bit overkill. I think that might be a full-size one. I don't know, maybe it's... Anyway. No, it is a tabletop one. So yeah, like for $400. Basically, it's expensive. Do the goals not? I may have to go and. Yeah, wheel is $400. Should I be drawing? Sure. Instead, what am I doing instead? I'm here trying to figure out why it doesn't. It should be on the main page. It should be. I thought. Posts, goal, maybe not. Maybe if I look at my membership. It's into the membership section. There's a. Oh yeah, I was gonna try and get a better camera for $200. Maybe I won't do that. I don't know. The camera I have seems okay. Now that I've figured out how to focus it. But yes, $400. We'll see. Oh, I did. I got my one more patron, and Patreon changed the weird tax levels, and so it's $2. I'm $2 away. But yay, new patron. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the sketch request tier. It's a good tier. It's a really solid tier. I recommend the sketch request tier. Michi UK says, catch 22, you need more money to buy a wheel to get more patrons, but you need more patrons to get money to buy a wheel. It is a problem. It is a problem. But yeah, if you're not a $2 patron, there is a great Badger coloring page right at the top. Artcraft says, although the wheel is a one-time cost, and the Patreon is monthly. Yes. So let's talk about transparency and money and financing, just for fun, because it's Friday and we're hanging out, and I've pretty much finished this nice sketch, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think that it's looking pretty great. Just gonna, and well, I need to resolve this this area, oh, I do need to slice its head off, but that's fine anyway. So here's the general deal about Patreon and why I have one and the whole adventure surrounding it. Patreon is a monthly contribution, which means that I can plan ahead and rely on having that amount of money coming from Patreon every month. It's very helpful, more helpful than, say, a tip or a subscription or a Ko-fi thing, because first of all, it's easy to sort of keep track of, but also it means that I can plan, that's the money that I'm going to get from Patreon, that's the amount of time and effort that's kind of being paid for, because the goal is to do less work for clients and do more work for you. The idea is that the more patrons I have, the more of my monthly income comes from Patreon, the more I can focus on prints, pottery, work to amuse all of you and myself. That's kind of the art dream, right? Is to have patrons who want to see your work because it's your work, as opposed to because it's a job for a corporate client. How did I put it? Something about, I'm sure anarcho-communism is somewhere in the Patreon description in general. I think I was facetious about it, but that's fine. Anyway, the reason that $400 was the sort of $400 a month is the set that I put the pottery wheel in, instead of, one time basically, $200, wait 3 months, get a wheel or whatever. Is that $400 is the point at which the Patreon is essentially paying for the time I spend streaming. That's kind of the point at which I was like, that a month is the point at which I'm actually getting income from streams. That the number of hours I spend streaming each week reaches a point where it's equivalent to what I would get working for a client. Which sounds a little bit arbitrary, but I felt like if I reached that point with Patreon, whether it happens or not, it's fine either way. It's not necessary. I'm obviously okay making a living with my job. But if I reach that point, that was the point at which I said, okay, now I should invest money and effort into the streams themselves in a more focused way. That would be the time to say, oh, I'll get a pottery wheel, I'll start doing throwing on streams. Oh, I'll work on the setup, I'll work on the camera. Maybe get a ring light, like work on put income directly into streaming and stream setup, because that way I know that each month those things count as a job. They count at the same level as the job that I do as a day job. Does streaming income change my taxes much? Not really. They might be scientists because I am self-employed in my entirety. So the income that comes from my Patreon is really no different than the income that comes from a client who contracts me for an animation. I'm sure it's more complicated than that, but I pay an accountant. And they deal with all of the things. I send them spreadsheets, and they send me finished taxes. And it's just lovely, really. I fully recommend that if you are self-employed, you get yourself an accountant. It is fully worth it in every conceivable way. I know this because I used to do them myself. And then one year I hired a team for a large project that I directed myself and realized that I had no idea what to do with any of that information, but I'm sure it went on my taxes somewhere. And that's when I hired an accountant. And now I'm never going back. Because turns out it's worth that money for me not to have to worry about it. Did we make it? Oh, we made it to shelves? Made it all the way to shelves? Yeah, we did it! Thank you, everybody. It's shelf time, and shelf time. Shelf time means that I can finally take all of the pottery that is covering my entire living room and put it somewhere else. I say it's the, I'm just gonna turn around. There's a coffee table, a sort of a dining table, a side table, chest of drawers, and my mantle, and all of them are covered in pottery right now. All of them. So you have given me back my living room. Thank you so much. The shelves have been sitting in my IKEA cart for some time. They go in the corner of my studio. I did all the measuring, planned the whole thing. It is time to make a pilgrimage to the shrine of IKEA, says they might be scientists. And yes, it is time. I will give you pictures when I have built shelves and put all of the pottery onto them. It will be a glorious day for pottery storage. And for all of the knickknacks I've taken off my mantle and shoved into the sides of things. Yay! Well, I feel like we need to celebrate that. So I'm gonna just sketch this, and then let's see. We'll just leave this sketch here. I'll open a new window. Okay. Because we did it. Oh no, Shanna Serena's nearest IKEA is 200 miles away. My nearest IKEA is 10 minutes from here. It's right there. So I'm all set. We started a little bit late, so we're gonna go for about another 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes to make up the time that I spent cleaning up after my cat. Because we made it, I'm gonna do some sketch requests for chat. They're gonna be fast and silly, so bear that in mind when you ask. But here we are. I will do. Oops. I'll just be drawing a quail here. While I think I'll be drawing a quail. While you talk amongst yourselves. Ooh, quail carrying a jack-o'-lantern. Carrying? I mean, are we talking bird D&D quail carrying a jack-o'-lantern? Or are we just quail on a pumpkin? Our craft, back to the gin, says, anyway, I'm actually really bad. Don't say that you're bad at the gin reviewing. Now it's too late. But our craft says, I think I can taste what may be the orange blossom. In any case, it is nice and balanced, with none of the botanicals drowning out the others, which I feel is hard given that list of botanicals. That's quite a triumph. Oh, quail cultists to the great pumpkin, says they might be scientists. A quail on a yurt. A gigantic quail on a yurt. Cascadia Studios gotta go for their D&D game. Have fun, Cascadia Studio. Good luck DMing. Wait, Mitchie UK was riffing off of Angela. Quail jack-o'-lantern. Okay, a quail carrying a jack-o'-lantern and a quail jack-o'-lantern. Okay. Hang on. I told you they were going to be silly, didn't I? This is going to be one of those that you put candy in. In fact, we'll put some candy in it. Birdseed. It's more like birdseed. I don't know. How is this quail balancing on one foot? No idea. No idea at all. Okay, second suggestion involves, okay, let's see if I can draw a yurt. I feel like the yurt is on a deck, I assume. Is the deck round? I don't know. This one's not. Put this here. Let's see. It's got windowy things. I remember. Like that. And then I have to zoom in here. This clearly is too big a brush for what I'm doing, but that's fine. It will work out in the end. There we go. Oh, what will we call this file that I'm now saving? Will we call it? Oh, it seems to have decided to freeze slightly while trying to... whatever. Calling it Silly Celebration Sketch. Later, get to know nature, enjoy your walk. Is the quail in costume? Oh, that's a good point, Angela Swelly. Hang on. What is the quail dressed as? What's a good costume that doesn't involve me drawing any, like, Oh, you know, let's just default to the witch hat, shall we? mean, perfect. October Quail Fest, yes. Quailtober. It doesn't really work. Quail. How would a quail dress? You need a mask, and then you can't tell that it's a quail. I guess it could be wearing a fleece vest. Quailtoberfest. Oh, let's see. Okay, we've got a quail shouting quail at a yurt. We've got a quail holding a jack-o'-lantern. Ah, yes, the normal Oktoberfest, which was canceled on account of COVID. All right, anybody got anything else to shout out? Any other quick doodles before we go to celebrate shelves? A celebration of shelving. I'll pretend I did perspective on that at all. It's fine. Makes perfect sense, really. Actually, there'd be like a corner piece. It's not. That's not how shelves work. There we go. Sheep in a wolf costume. Okay. Sheep, small rodent, sheep in a wolf costume. Void sheep. Okay. We'll give him a cookie. Because that seems nice. Okay, we've given a mouse a cookie. And what in the world is a void sheep? Oh, I have to open... I know too many sheep people. I have to open a reference to draw a sheep. I can't just pretend. I mean, I could just pretend, but only if I was trolling. Only if I was trolling. Like that time I drew a unicorn with my left hand and sent it to Shep. Oh yes, the fuzzy black-faced sheep. Whose little faces just become a void. Become a void in the darkness. Well, let's see if we can sheep looks a little bit too much like a cow. I don't know what happened there. That fixed it. Okay, there's one sheep, and then let's see. I remember how this works. There we go. Sheep. And the air gin makes a decent-ish gin and tonic, but is unsurprisingly another one that is easily overshadowed by the tonic water. Possibly better to enjoy your elemental gin by themselves for what they are. Okay. Regular sheep, void sheep, tiny rodent with a cookie. Quail shouting at a yurt. Baba, void sheep, have you any wool? The void. If you look long enough into the void looks back. Oh yeah, I remember doing the void sheep because it inspired me to paint this lovely coo. This lovely Highland coo. With that brush, that squibbly way. Yes, that was fun. That was fun to play with. It's good times. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me, everybody, and thanks especially for everybody who pitched in to get me over that little hump, to get me up to build a shelf land. I'm gonna go on an IKEA adventure, and then I'm gonna take all the pottery out of my living room. It's gonna be a very exciting time. I'm gonna have to figure, maybe I need to put some sort of cover or door on some of them to make sure the cat doesn't knock everything over. Or maybe I'll just leave them for long enough the cat gets bored with them. Oh no, Angela's falling. broke our craft's entire chat with some weird yes characters there. I don't know what happened with that. Did not break my chat. Don't know what to tell you. Those are our little doodles. There's our actual accomplishment for the day. Arcraft says, in conclusion, a very interesting gin. I can see why they ran out of the first one. Yeah, fair enough. This whole series of gin sounds like it's really creative. Mitchie UK, I am gonna try and stream Bloodborne tomorrow. I may be a little bit late. I'm playing D&D that afternoon from noon to 4. So if I start at 4:15 or 4:30, that'll happen. But yes, I'm going to attempt to stream Bloodborne tomorrow. Back for the Halloween horror. Oh, I did not know Hanacomb was also streaming tomorrow. That may be a lie. I might have already known that. Is it one of the switching off? I don't know. Anyway, they might be scientists. You should make food before your D&D game starts. So yes, it should be. I'll check the raid train. Yes, there's a raid train tomorrow that for art folks that Hanacomb is taking part in. Probably you can find that schedule on their channel. I will be doing the usual sort of 2-hour-ish Bloodborne Tea After Dark bit, where you can try and watch me beat the same guy for another 2 hours. Maybe I'll win this time. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't embarrass my ancestors. So yeah, options for you tomorrow. I'll check the schedule and make sure it does not still say that it's canceled. I canceled it last week, and I don't know if it resets or not. But yeah, sounds like everyone's weekend has a bunch of stuff they can watch if they want to. If you're not interested in watching me fail at Bloodborne, I will see you on Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, the usual Monday stream that we named Monday High Tea, I think is what we called it. Is the name I needed a new name for it, a tea theme. And Monday we'll be doing more Halloween drawing, more digital art. Probably more of this sketch. So I will see you then. Thanks for joining me for Friday Tea Time. It is always a pleasure. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Wear your mask. And I'll see you at the next stream. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.